to focus on core strengthening with some roll up work. So nod and curls. And sometimes that flexion of the spine coming off of the mat gets really upper trap, kind of shoulder tension, neck tension versus abdominals firing and doing the work. So we are going to use a strap today. I have a yoga strap. If you have a dog leash or a belt or anything that is strap-like, you can use that. And hopefully it will help us keep the work more in the belly, more support for the head, less work and effort or strain in the neck. So roll onto your back. You can have knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And then we're going to bring the hands into the strap, and you're going to have the hands maybe about shoulder width distance, and you're going to bring the strap around the bony part of your skull and then let your head rest down. So we'll release a little bit of tension on the strap so that you've got the elbows bent about 90 degrees. And to keep the work more in the base of the armpit and the back of the shoulder up through tricep, try to keep those elbows spiraling narrow. So a lot of times we live in more of that internal rotation, typing at our computers or working on the phone or using our phone, texting on the phone. So we'll usually default, especially as we fatigue, to more of those elbows spiraling wide. Try to keep external rotation at the shoulder, elbows spiraling a little more narrow. And then if that's uncomfortable, the whole shape can come a little wider, but try to keep the elbows and the wrists aligned. So from here, the first thing we're going to do, we're in a neutral spine. So heavy head, ribs and sacrum, little breath of air under your low back, and a pretty large space of air under the back of the neck. We're going to start with an inhale, and I want you to nod your chin first. So we just nod the chin towards the chest and use the hands to feel like the strap is tractioning the head back in space. So it's a little bit of this double chin tuck, and then release. And let's do that 2 more times. Nod the chin, and then release. So I'm focusing on, yes, the chin to chest, double chin creation at the front line, but mostly I'm focusing on lengthening the earlobe sort of back and away from the shoulders, getting that long back of the neck. It almost becomes difficult to talk. And then we release. So we're going to add that nod. We're going to add the curl to that nod. So taking an inhale, nod the chin. And then exhale, really keep the head heavy back in the hands. And then try not to pull with the arms. Just let the hands and the arms support the weight of the head as your abdominals swing your ribs back and down and curl your front ribs towards your hips. And I'm doing my best to keep that length, keep that tuck of the chin under and the length of the skull, bottom of the skull back in space and a little bit up towards the ceiling. And then we lower down. Ooh, a lot of back of the arm supporting the weight of the head and a lot of abdominals hopefully here. We nod the chin, exhale, swing the ribs back and down, curl up, and inhale, lower. Let's do 3 more times like that. Nod the chin, curl the chest, and lower down. Gaze comes through the thighs as you lift up. Because we maintain that little tuck of the chin, the ribs swing back and down, gaze through the thighs, and then lower. Notice if those elbows have splayed wide, keep them spiraling narrow, nod the chin, exhale, curl up. So as we curl up, I'm rounded through the upper and mid back, and I want you to hopefully still be in that neutral low back. So little space of air under your low back. If you aren't there, that's okay. Just find that untucked tail position. And then from the low belly, you're going to tuck the tail under, imprint the low back. Pull so hard, and then inhale, release. And as I do this, I'm trying, we'll exhale, tuck the tail, curl the tail under, imprint the low back into the mat, and then release. I'm trying to press through my feet and use the legs and the butt as little as possible. Think front abdominals, draw the hip points together, belly button up and in, and release. 2 more times like that, tuck the tail under. And then notice here as we do this last one, is the chin starting to jut forward or the hands pulling the head forward. Keep tractioning the head back and up in space. Keep that back of the neck long. Rock into your imprinted spine. We're going to hold here. Try to maintain your imprint. Keep the ribs swinging back and down. Maybe curl up 1 more inch. And then float the right leg to tabletop and float the left leg to tabletop. So as the legs floated, make sure we didn't lose that imprinted low back. You're going to tap one toe to the floor, lift up. Tap the other toe or heel to the floor and lift. You do not have to go all the way to the floor. Only lower down as far as you can keep that low back, your low back, drawing into the mat, avoiding arching the back. So as I lower down, I want to avoid that arch of the low back. Keep the tail tucking under. One more time on the right and one more time on the left. Floating both legs, heels together, knees a little bit apart. Take a break if you need to. Head and neck can rest down at any point. Otherwise, reinvest in the ribs swinging back and down. Tuck the chin, reach the back of the neck long and into the strap. Hands support. Triceps are on like crazy. Lower both legs and lift. So now we've got double the weight, 2 legs instead of 1. I'm not going all the way to the floor because to go all the way to the floor is going to arch my low back or my ribs are going to pop off. Let's go for 3. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, wrap the abdominals. And last 2. I think I'm giving us an extra one. Last 1. Lower one leg down at a time. Let the head and neck rest down. Let go of your strap for a moment. I am feeling tricep all the way up into forearm. It is amazing how much the arms work to hold your head. The head is heavy. So we're taking it out of the neck and the shoulders, hopefully, and we're feeling the arms and the abs. If it does feel like it's mostly upper trap and into neck tension, you can always let the head and neck rest down. A lot of times in class we'll cue head and neck resting down as an option, but it is important for us to be able to start to gain some strength in those front neck flexors. So we're doing that here, but we've also got the support of the strap. We're going to try one more thing here, a little crisscross, single leg stretch into crisscross action with the head elevated. So same position with the arms, spiraling the elbows narrow. Try to let upper traps relax. Take that inhale to nod the chin, and then exhale, curl it up. And ooh, hello abdominals, they're on immediately after that set we just did. So taking an inhale, exhale, rock into your imprinted low back. Inhale, float one thigh, and exhale, float the other thigh. We're going to reach the right leg out, and then pull it in, and then reach the left leg out, and then pull it in. As you reach long, try to keep your low back imprinted so the leg can go a little higher if it needs to. Otherwise, try reaching that leg as long as the abdominals can organize the pelvis, as long and low. And then we're going to add, as the right leg reaches out, our crisscross twist. So keeping the head heavy back in the hands, in the strap, rotate right rib to left hip. Come back through center, and then rotate to the right. Left leg reaching out, we rotate left rib, right hip. Come back through center. Try to stay in that curl up as you come through center. Rotate to the left and back to center. Rotate to the right and back to center. As we're doing this, it's kind of nice because the hands, the arms frame the head, and you try to keep them in the same kind of positioning so that we're not leading with the arms. We're really leading with the rib cage, rotating left rib to right hip. And then one more time each side. Rotating to the left, right rib, left hip. And then last time to the right. Coming back through center. Lower the head and neck down. You can grab behind the thighs or the fronts of the shins and take a little rock side to side. And then you can always roll to the side or hands behind the thighs. We'll nod the chin one more time. Curl up without the support of the strap, and then do a little push-pull and rock and roll scoop to come all the way up. All right, that was our video for today. Hopefully we're feeling, again, a lot of core, maybe a lot of arms into forearms, kind of a surprising amount, but hopefully neck, shoulders, especially upper traps, feeling pretty light and not a lot of effort there. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'd love for you to subscribe if you like this video. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.